What up, you guys? It's Devontae Woodson, president of Greater Youth Sports Association, and this is another week of Raising a Greater Youth Athlete. Thank you so much for tuning in this Tuesday. If you're new to the weekly series, this is your first video watching. Every week we post a different video to help you as a parent with everyday decisions with your child. So even if they're not in sports, we post different facts about fitness, we post tips about motivation, post tips about sports, exercise. So I mean, we do a host of different things each week, and we pull our facts and ideas from research articles. So these are just tips and things that are proven through research, peer-reviewed journals and things like that, so that you can trust it, right? Because in today's day and age, there's just so much different things going on. So many people saying this, another person saying that, family member saying this, So we really want to help clear up different topics that you guys might care about, and then just to help make the parenting stresses a little bit easier for what to do and say to your child, and just to help them eventually become successful people. That's our goal with these videos. So we pull different topics from the parents, basically. So we have parents that email us or text me individually and say, hey, I wonder about this. What do you think about this? And then we go and we research it, and then here we go with the Raising a Greater Youth Athlete video. So it all comes from you guys, and we definitely thank you for the emails and the texts. So this week we're going to be talking about what the sports experience is, and what that actually means for your child and why it's so important to play sports. So children now have become more sedentary with decreasing rates of obesity, decreasing rates of activity and sport participation. So sport participation in children now are way lower than compared to where me and you guys would be, when we were growing up. I feel like everybody was kind of doing something outside. But right now with children, they're finding that children are more sedentary. I mean, it can be due to, the iPhones, iPads, and just more technology that's keeping you inside and keeping you still instead of moving. And then also we found a link with increasing rates of obesity. So a lot more overweight children, which we touched on last week. There's a lot more children that are obese. And then, so this physical inactivity in children, they find that it's more likely that your child's more likely to perform worse academically due to that inactivity. So they found causality with that, some research articles. So that's really eye-opening. So it's like, if your child is physically inactive, they're not participating in sports, they're just coming home, sitting down, not really doing anything, then research shows that they're going to perform worse academically. Not for all children, but that's what the research shows. So that's very eye-opening, because I know as parents, you want your child to succeed academically. You want them, to live that best life, and education is really the key to doing that, right? So that is just very eye-opening. So sports and having that sports experience is very important. There's 3 different tips that we have for you guys today about why that sports experience and why your child should participate in sports. First one is building relationships. So your child's going to be able to build relationships not only with older people besides yourself, so with their coach, you'll be able to build relationships with their peers, their classmates, their teammates are going to build relationships. We've seen this firsthand all the time with our sports teams. Number 2 is developing confidence. So 82% of women executives played sports. So that is huge. So it develops your confidence as a child, with playing sports. We've seen firsthand where students with previous behavior issues would come play in a sports league. We'd work with them with the behaviors and things like that. And then afterwards, they're a complete new student. The behaviors are gone. We've seen students who are completely shy in class, never say a word at all. And then after the season, after building those relationships, developing that confidence in themselves, they're raising their hand, they're talking a lot more, they're a lot more friendly and things like that. It's not like it wasn't there, but sports brought it out. And then number three, it develops an active lifestyle. It's probably one of the most important for me, just because, the sports experience really, when I was growing up, it really developed my attitude and mindset on how I approach working out. So obviously now I don't play basketball as much as I would like to, but the training aspect of playing basketball each week and trying to get better and working on this move, working on that, lifting weights and things like that, that's what carried me on to continue doing that as an adult. And that's usually what does it for other people as well. So they really fall in love with that active lifestyle and not being like still, right? So we want to use sports and this sports experience with these three tips to really just combat those research things that we talked about, the sedentary lifestyle, the increase in rates of obesity, the worst academically. So we want to use that sports experience when you're signing your child up. We're using that sports experience with Greater Youth Sports to build a better future for your children. So this is Devontae Woodson again, president of Greater Youth Sports Association. Thank you so much for tuning in this Tuesday. See you guys next week.